everyone, welcome back to the channel. For today's video, I wanted to do a little catching up because I realized I haven't really done a lot of sit-down catching up videos in a while, and for good reason. I didn't have a proper desk for the last 6 months, I guess, because I've been out and about and moving, and I recently got a big desk, which is what we're using today. But I will share a little setup tour hopefully next year. So yeah, we're just gonna catch up on journaling. I want to tell you how it's been here on my end, as well as what journal I've been using now that the year's about to end and I have this like weird time gap where I don't have a proper journal and I don't want to open a 2024 journal. So I've laid out all of my materials and I wanted to quickly share with you what I'm using. So this journal that I have here is from Everyday Explorers Co. I'll link it down below. It is the quarter journal, and it's basically divided into 4 quarters or 4 quadrants in a page. So I've been enjoying it a lot. I actually got it last year, and initially it was supposed to be a media journal, but I decided to change it up. And I also saw Christine of Everyday Explorers Co. use this for a different format. She used it to swatch her inks and also like document her days. So I thought it'd be nice to also play around with that idea. So for context, before you come in and say, don't you have other journals, Abby? You have so many journals. Actually, I already finished my journals for the year. I think my travel journals are also done. So I'll share more videos in the future. But for my daily logging and journaling, I actually don't have one because the diarist journal I used this year already finished by early October, and I was like, oh okay, I don't want to start a new one. And then I was feeling a bit stuck, to be honest, with my documenting routine, my journaling routine. Fun fact is, even if I don't make videos about journaling as much as I used to, I still journal frequently, maybe like 3 times a week. So I really need a place to kind of write things down, even if it's just a simple like new discovery or what I did today or how I felt or what I watched. So instead of doing a full-on media journal for this particular journal, I just decided to make it like a catch-all. And the great thing about it is it's undated, so I don't really have any pressure to kind of finish it at a certain month. I can also like juggle between this journal and maybe starting another journal, a smaller journal, whatever suits my mood. And I do think my journaling habit fluctuates from time to time, but I end up still writing something at least. So also like reflecting on like this spread that we're doing is the first mid-ish November, and we're using the coffee and journals washi tape. Sorry, it's a PET tape that I designed, and actually we're on the road to having these restocked for the end of November. Thank you so much for your patience. Fun fact is, the coffee and journals PET tape is something that I wasn't so sure about designing, and it ended up being the bestseller. So I think that was a good thing in the end. But yeah, this spread is going to be a documentation of maybe 4 or 5 days. I don't really have a very specific guideline to how I document or how I segment the quadrants. I just know that I have a bunch of things that I want to catch up on, journal about, and stick on the page. So this packaging that I'm cutting here is actually from a Korean cafe. I've had it twice in November, like this particular tea, and it's really good. It's a Jeju green tea, and for some reason it kind of tastes different. It's like Japanese green tea or the typical green tea that I drink, so I really liked it. And sometimes I try to abstain from drinking too much coffee, especially if I already have like one for the day and I don't feel like having to have another one. So I ended up using and trying out the green tea. This sticker is by Show Little Happiness. I think it was given to me, but I really like the characters and they really remind me of me. So I just decided to keep them and journal along with them, as well as some tea bags. My current favorite tea bag tea flavor actually is honey sage, and I try to rotate it from time to time. Here we're also using the Artventure Awaits sticker book, so it's been such a pleasure to design this sticker book, and also we did a second run of the sticker book, so I'm really grateful to everyone who supported and bought a copy. So I realize also this is really more suited for travel, but I do enjoy using the film stickers, the clear stickers, because they are great for collaging and also just adding little elements on the page. So yeah, this November has been equal parts busy and equal parts interesting, I would say, because I have been trying to get out of my comfort zone a little bit. I'm also in the middle of doing a little, I don't know, career shift, so it's been really overwhelming, and really trying to keep myself a bit more centered with that. So we're printing out an Instax photo. This is my Instax mini link. I've been bringing it around my trips and also just workshops in general, because I try to use it for printing and also while traveling. It's a photo of me and Eddie, which you've probably I will link the vlog of Yana for this one. We had a really nice weekend together. So I'm using up more stickers, trying to get everything in order before I start writing. I feel like it's very 𝚝𝚑𝚑𝚧 of me, where you kind of assemble the ingredients you need before you start cooking. I got these stickers from Kiroko when I visited Leipzig earlier in November. Actually, it was fountain pen day, so I thought to buy something fountain pen related. These stickers I really love from Jana of Crafts Delight. These are clear day stickers, so weekdays, and I just use them to mark the days because, as I mentioned, it's undated. Also, if you saw that I stamped the potato mode stamp, not too great, so I just cover it up. So let's pretend it never happened. But yeah, going back, it's been equal parts busy and equal parts, I guess, fun still. It's trying to like get my head above water most days. I've also been reading a lot, so I do think I want to do a little media journal page in the future. But apart from that, it's just a mix of catching up on work and doing the last bits of work that I need to do before the holidays. So I'm looking forward to go to see my family and also take a quick 3-week break from life in general for the holidays. Where I'm going, I'll talk more in future videos. But yeah, it's starting to get really cold here, and I'm also starting to get a little bit more like, oh, I have to find ways to, you know, follow my rhythm, especially with the 4 seasons, and also learning how to adapt to certain things, because I realize that the weather does have a big impact on me. Especially if it's super rainy, I try to refrain from going out too much, like stuff like that. I get really overstimulated also, which is something that I'm currently learning about, and also just reading about being too sensitive, and also just learning to set better boundaries, which is, I feel like everything has been a learning curve at this point. So the fountain pens I'm using, you've probably seen these from my previous fountain pen videos. Make sure to check that out. This is the Kaweco Student in extra fine, and I really like this. It's currently inked with 𝚝𝚑𝚎 ukiyo-e benitsuchi, which is like a dark red. I feel like it was my autumn ink of choice last year, and it flows really well with the extra fine nib from the Kaweco Student. So I think, yeah, I was writing about that particular weekend. So the weekend before middle of November, I was pretty much out and about. I went to Kreuzberg a lot, and also went to see friends. I haven't seen a lot of friends since, because everyone's been traveling, and it's just like trying to match everyone's schedules. And then I've developed a really nice Sunday routine where I go to yoga in the morning, and it really helps kickstart my week. And also Sundays are very weird to me. It's not my favorite day, so I try to find ways to kind of make it to slowly ease into the day and slowly get myself into a routine that I really enjoy. I also have been experimenting on different ways to kind of write more intentionally about my days, because sometimes I end up writing too much or writing too little. I don't know how you write. Tell me in the comments, how do you journal? Like, do you write specifically like a play-by-play of everything, or it's just like a short summary? Sometimes when I run out of things to say, I just like do bullet points, because then it just summarizes the thought quicker. And actually having these divisions really help me kind of strategize what to write and how much I can write. But since my handwriting is tiny, then it means I have more to write basically. So this pen I'm using is the 𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘 in fine nib, and also the ink here is Kobe number 15 microgreen. Thought to just match it with the pen. It's just easier for me to remember. And actually these days I've been thinking a lot about my work and my career, and I don't know, I feel like since getting into my 30s and having to go through a whirlwind of very surprising turn of events this year, which involved messing with a lot of aspects of my life, or basically my entire life, it made me really realize what type of work I really want to do, and whether I'm spending enough time focusing on those things. But obviously I have not gotten to that point, so it's a bit, I'm in this kind of like in-between frustration phase where I'm like, I want to change things, but also the year's about to end, so I have to kind of like pause it a little bit. But also my brain and my body is just craving for some kind of like reset and just pausing in between. I feel so bad because sometimes I wake up, or like the next day I'm like, can I just not work today? But that's really not possible because I'm in the middle of revamping my website, kind of shifting bits of my career and trying to really figure out what worked and didn't work for this year. It's kind of difficult to explain on this, like on a video like this, and also it's something I don't really share on the internet. But being a creator is really tiring. I don't know how I managed to stay this long in this career path, but I definitely want to not eradicate and like completely quit from this job, but it's more like I want to really hone in on other things that I am also equally good at and also capable of doing as part of my job, like design work or also teaching more, which I thoroughly enjoyed this particular year, especially last summer. So this outline is basically me writing all the places we went to, because this was a Tuesday. I met up with Keisha and we did a lot of co-working together. I also find that my routine really consists now of working alone mostly at home, but also some days I'd head out to a cafe or meet one or two friends who are also working but will co-work together, because it's just easier to kind of bounce off ideas. I think during that co-working session I actually finished a Substack essay. By the way, I have a Substack, which I'll link down below. It's a soft launch one. But yeah, it really helped me put things into perspective with how I approach work. And I've always put myself in this box where I just think I should work like 9 to 5 like everyone else. And I realized that even my therapist said you're an artist, you're not supposed to follow that schedule. You can, but you have a very different way of thinking, which I am failing to realize. So I'm really trying to listen to myself more, and also allowing myself to, be potato if I want to be potato. Another thing that I did during that week, which I don't recommend because I got so hyper fixated, was rewatching The Queen's Gambit. And I really liked it. There's probably gonna be an essay about it soon, but as of this recording, where I'm like recording voice over Abbey, basically I just finished reading Yellowface. I have many thoughts about it, and also I recently watched the ballads of songbirds and snakes, so maybe we'll have a media journal catch up in the next video. Well, that's it for this catch up session. Thank you so much for watching, and this is the final journal spread. I hope you enjoyed, and let me know how you've been in the comments, and I'd love to get in touch. Thank you so much for watching, and take care always, and always be creating. Bye.